All right, so we're going to check out what a tourniquet is. So every place in our school where you have an AED, you also have a bag in there that has a tourniquet. Now, a tourniquet is a stop bleed tool. So this is actually a commercial tourniquet here that you buy. And let's say that I cut my arm off or I have a bad bleed. I can take this tourniquet. Someone else will probably have to do this, but I can tighten this guy on. And if you watch, when you watch the video here, you'll see it. But tighten this on, get it tightened up, and then I just start spinning this. And by spinning it, it makes it so tight that no blood will flow. Okay, now I want to reiterate to you, this is not something you do just for play. These things are ridiculously dangerous, and when you put it on, you're risking the loss of the end of that limb. But the other option is that they bleed to death. So obviously there's a trade-off. But if you have a severe bleed, a tourniquet is a great way to do this. Now, this is not for nosebleeds. This is not for cutting yourself shaving. This is straight up, you have a serious bleed that you cannot get to stop. It's on a limb somewhere, so either on your arm or your leg. You can get the tourniquet all the way up to your thigh if you need to. You can get it all the way up to your shoulder if you need to. Okay, so let's take a look at this tourniquet video and see what you think. Here we go.
A tourniquet should be used, if available, when life-threatening bleeding exists on an arm or leg, and standard first aid procedures fail or are not practical.
Apply pressure here. I got it.
Tourniquets can be painful. If you must apply a tourniquet, make sure the person understands the reason for the tourniquet and warn the person that it might be painful. To begin, place the tourniquet around the limb, approximately 2 inches above the wound. Avoid placing the tourniquet over a joint. Route the tag end of the strap through the buckle, or attach the quick connect buckle and pull the strap until tight around the arm or leg. Tighten the tourniquet by twisting the rod until the flow of bright red blood stops. Then, secure the rod in place using the clip or holder. If bleeding restarts or the tourniquet is ineffective, apply more pressure and tighten tourniquet, but do not remove it. Note and record the time that you applied the tourniquet and give this information to EMS personnel when they arrive. Continue to care for the person. Monitor for shock until EMS personnel arrive.
All right, so again, these are very, very severe situations, but obviously within our control. So you think about these tourniquets, and obviously this one I have on here is loose, but you get that thing tightened up and the blood flow to my hand will absolutely stop. So if it's that type of emergency, you do have the ability to do this. Like I said, these are located in every AED box in our community, or at least with our schools, and you know, you can think about other ways you could make a device like this. But this is not a toy. This is not something you play with. This is something that you have to be very responsible about and only use if needed. All right? That's a tourniquet. Thanks, guys.